The second cycle that's about to begin for 2019 will just start using the SNF PPR instead of the SNF RM. So within a cycle, we won't be blending measures. We'll just start a new cycle. So in other words, the baseline period for calendar year 2015, there's a baseline period also happening right now for 2016 that will be part of cycle 2 that will lead to October 1st, 2019 value-based purchasing.
So now I'm going to explain one way in which you can get your performance score, that is your points from 100 to 0. There are two methods, and whichever you score better in is the points that you will get for your performance score, okay? So the first method is your achievement score, okay? And to calculate an achievement score, we are only concerned with the time period calendar year 2017, okay? We're looking at your performance in that period of time. So you can see here, I have a fictional distribution of all of the SNFs in the nation, all 15,000 plus SNFs, this calendar year 2017, and we are looking at their performance on the SNF RM metric the one time we're going to use the SNF RM. You can see here that facilities that have done better are going to be to the left of the distribution here. We'll have lower rates. Facilities that have done worse will be to the far right, okay, and will look worse. You'll notice this distribution is a perfectly bell-shaped normal distribution. I'm sure when data is actually released, it will not look this pretty, but this is for presentation purposes. Now, another vocab word we need to become familiar with in this program is what CMS calls the threshold, okay? The threshold is the number or the standard in which providers need to perform better than to receive at least some achievement score points. They've decided that the threshold will be based on the 75th percentile of the baseline period in calendar year 2015. So they've already released this number to us. It was in the final rule, and the rate is 20.4%. So this is an important number that providers need to be aware of. If they want to, they really need to do better than this number. This is sort of like a minimum goal for providers, okay? The other vocab word here is what CMS calls the benchmark. I might instead refer to this as sort of the gold standard. This is sort of the opposite. This is a goal that if you can achieve this, you will be getting a lot of your value-based purchasing dollars back, okay? They determine this by looking at the mean of the top decile of performers, okay? So I've sort of put that here as the 5th percentile on this distribution. This rate is 16.4%. Now, when they assign points, any facility that does worse than the 75th percentile, or this 20.4%, is going to receive 0 points for achievement score. Okay, that rate was too high to get any points. Facilities that receive points between the threshold and the benchmark, or between the lower goal and the higher goal, are going to get 1 to 99 points. This is calculated through a formula, which we are not going to discuss in this presentation. Okay, and then if any facility can beat the benchmark rate and get a SNF RM rate lower than 16.4%, they're golden. They're going to get 100 points. They will be the best performers in value-based purchasing. Okay, we are aware that the SNF RM is going to be lagged substantially, and that providers want to get a feel for how they are going to be performing in calendar year 2017. Before CMS releases that information 8 months later. And so to give you guys a proxy for how you're performing today, what we've done is we've used the Pro 30 rate as a stand-in for the SNF RM to see how you would need to perform in Pro 30 to reach one of these goals, okay? And so just this will give you an idea. The threshold for Pro 30 would be 20.7%, which was actually surprisingly very close to what the SNF RM rate was. And then when we look at the benchmark, or the sort of golden goal here, we're at 12.2%. Okay, so this is just to give you a feel for how you need to perform with Pro 30.